Have you ever felt like you're stuck in the same place no matter how hard you try to grow? Maybe it's your job, maybe it's your mindset, but have you ever stopped to think that maybe it's your relationship that's holding you back? If you're constantly stressed, doubting yourself, or feeling like you've lost your identity, you may be in a toxic relationship that's holding you back more than you realize. In this video, we're going to talk about how to recognize if you're in a toxic relationship, why it's destroying your potential, and what you can do to take your life back.
All I need for a beat is a bongo, and all that she can get from me is a combo. She love the fact that I'm the boss, head honcho, and I'm all about my bread, need it pronto.
Welcome to my channel where we talk about self-improvement, relationships, and leveling up your life. If that's something you're all about, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can stay hip with all the new content. Today's topic is deep, but it's necessary. If you're feeling stuck in your life, it's a good chance that the relationship that you're in is a big part of the reason why. And I'm not just even talking about romantic relationships. This could be a friend relationship. This could be a business partnership. This could be even family relationships. The people that you keep close, they either elevate you or they drain you. It's one or the other. And you have to be able to identify the type of people that you have around you. So first of all, how do you recognize that you're in a toxic relationship? Here's some signs. Now remember, a toxic relationship isn't always just about abuse. A lot of times the signs can be subtle, things that you barely notice, but you have to pay attention to these things and identify them immediately, because the subtle signs can be just as dangerous and damaging as straight out abuse. So signs you're in a toxic relationship: you feel drained after every interaction. Every time you part ways with this person, you feel like you have to recharge or regain your energy. That's a bad sign. You constantly have to prove your worth. For some reason, this person makes you feel like nothing that you do is good enough. When you're around this person, you're walking on eggshells. You feel nervous about saying certain things or bringing up certain topics because you don't want to upset them. Because when you upset them, that's when the chaos begins. You notice your dreams, goals, and self-esteem has taken a hit. It's been put in the back seat, and this person wants to be in the front seat, and they expect you to put yourself to the side for them. And when you find yourself putting your own needs, your own wants to the side for someone else, and they are okay with that, they are allowing that, that's a sign you're in a toxic relationship. They manipulate you with guilt, jealousy, and the silent treatment. So they make you feel bad. They keep your energy tied into trying to figure out what their problem is, when really there is no issue. You haven't done anything wrong, but they use these manipulation tactics to keep you tied up and like emotionally involved and eventually emotionally drained. If any of this sounds familiar, I'm talking about any of those signs, then you're most likely in a relationship that is keeping you from growing. How a toxic relationship holds you back? The truth is, a bad relationship doesn't just affect your emotions. It affects your whole entire life. It kills your confidence. You start believing you're not good enough, that your opinions don't matter, that you need their approval to feel worthy. It disrupts your focus and your productivity. Instead of working on your goals, you're wasting time arguing, overthinking, and trying to fix a relationship that shouldn't be broken in the first place. Or you're trying to solve problems that shouldn't be there in the first place. So that's a lot of energy you're taking away from the things you need to accomplish in your life. You're taking energy away from that, and you're putting it into trying to fix a broken relationship that should have never been broken. And if you were with a healthy person, you wouldn't even be dealing with those issues. So you're volunteering to have extra stress. And lastly, this prevents you from meeting better people. It's like you stay in this toxic cycle with this person instead of being out here and being free to meet people that are actually good for you. And that's a tactic that they will use because they know they're not what's best for you. They know that there's probably someone out there that's better for you. The only way that they can keep you from meeting that person is using these toxic manipulation tactics. They don't know how to just be the good person for you, to be the best person for you, to give you a legitimate reason to spend your time with them. They manipulate you into spending your time with them, even though you know and they know that they're not what's best for you. But you're caught up in this cycle of trying to fix them because that's the type of person you are. Because that's why you got into this relationship, because you're very empathetic and you want to try to help people. And they see that in you, and that's why they were drawn to you. The hard truth is, these people are not going to change. Like, that's what you just have to accept. A toxic person is not going to change. They're not going to change because of you. If they do change, it's because they do some very, very deep reflecting and they take some time to heal and reverse some trauma that's in their life. But that's a personal journey that they have to take, and you can't take them down that journey because you have your own journey that you have to be on. And I know what you're thinking. No, I've been being so kind to them and I've been showing them so much love. Maybe they'll change. Maybe they'll become a better person. Maybe I just need to be more patient. But here's the hard truth. If they wanted to change, they would have already done it. You're not the first person that they've caused chaos in their life. You're not their first victim. If they were going to change, they would have changed for the last person or the person before that. They have to decide in their heart, in their mind, that they want to be a better person and they want to do better. And there's really nothing that you can do to make them make that decision within themselves. Love is not supposed to feel like a constant battle. It's supposed to be mutual. It's supposed to be give and take. You're supposed to pour into each other, not you just constantly pouring in to a bucket with a hole in the bottom of it. That's what it's like being with a toxic person, because you're constantly pouring in, but that bucket will never be filled up because they have a hole that only they can fix. You can't keep waiting for potential. Potential is something that you create in your mind. Potential has nothing to do with the other person. Potential is what you feel like you would do if you were in their shoes, but you're not in their shoes. They're living their life. So they might choose to never reach their potential, and that's their choice. But you can't take that gamble by dedicating yourself to a person who doesn't want to change. You have to deal with reality. So what can you do to get your life back? I'm going to tell you. Now that you see how toxic relationships, well, what they are and how to recognize them and how they hold you back, let's talk about how to get your life back after you've been in a toxic relationship. Set boundaries and stop explaining yourself. After you set the boundary, after you commit to no contact with this person, you do not have to explain your reasoning. I'm sure you've already had plenty of arguments where you've tried to explain to this person what they're doing to hurt you, or what they're doing that you don't like or that you can't accept, or you've already explained to them what boundary they've crossed. So decide to go no contact, set those boundaries, and stop explaining yourself. It's all the explanations are done. You said everything you needed to say during those heated arguments that they started. And if they weren't listening to what you were saying, then that's their fault. But trust me, they were listening. And when you walk away, that speaks louder than anything, any words that you could actually say to that person. Surround yourself with positive influences. The fastest way to move on is to replace the toxic energy that was in your life with positive energy, with people that want what's best for you, people who inspire you. Work on yourself. That means start hitting the gym, start reading books, start traveling, start working on your business more. Whatever it takes to keep you motivated, whatever helps you grow. Consider cutting ties completely. And that goes back into the no contact, which is strongly suggested when you're dealing with a toxic person or when you're getting out of a toxic situation. If the relationship is hurting you more than it's helping you, you have every right to walk away. Hey, I'm gonna be real with you. Letting go of toxic relationships is one of the hardest but most rewarding things that you can do for your life. It's not just about ending something bad. It's about making space for something better. Make space for what's actually right for you. Your future self is waiting on you to make the right decision now. Your future self needs you to choose you now. Don't let someone else's negativity stop you from being the best version of yourself. If this video hit home for you, drop a "I choose myself" in the comments. Make sure you like the video, subscribe for more self-improvement content, and share this with anyone who may need to hear it. Your life is yours. Don't let the wrong person hold you back from greatness.
Oh, yes. My